All right, and we are live. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the very first virtual UTA weekend. So we've got a live stream with the command staff here. So the way this is going to go is everybody's going to talk. Everybody's going to have something to say. If anybody has any questions that you want to specifically ask the command staff, you can type it in the live chat in the YouTube feed. If you're looking from a web browser, on the right side of the screen, there should be the live chat. If you're doing it from a phone, I found that if you go into the video, you have to actually click the video a second time, like touch the video, and the live chat should show up at the bottom. So again, if anybody has any questions specifically for the command staff during this, ask us in the chat. We'll address it if it's relevant, and yeah, we'll move on from there. So to get things started, I'm going to turn it over to Colonel Dragon. Good morning, Colonel.
Good morning, Sergeant Roscom. Good morning, everybody else in the squadron. Again, welcome to April's virtual UTA. We're making history here. But before I get started, ROG, Colonel Gutornson would like to address everybody. You got it, Colonel. Sir, you're muted, sir.
How about now? All right, sorry, the Knuckle Dragon pilot screwed up to start off the virtual drill. But first of all, thank you, Walt, for letting me say a few words. You guys are leading the pack. Your drill plan, and I guess it shouldn't be surprising, but it's awesome. You guys are well equipped to kind of manage this sort of situation, and you guys have a great plan, and I'm grateful to be able to be a part of it in the beginning. I know a lot of hard work went into it, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of great lessons learned. I imagine we're going to be doing this over the next probably at least 2 UTAs. So I'm sure you'll have a lot of lessons learned and things that we can take with us moving forward after this is all over. I know you guys have a lot of important prep work leading into your MOB, so it is critical that you guys figure out ways to get after mission prep and people prep to get into that starting in September. Regarding the rest of the groups, just save awareness. We do have people all over the world right now. Everybody's being impacted by COVID-19. We have people in the desert. We have people in the Pacific, people in Europe. People's orders are getting extended. There's quarantines on the road. There's quarantines at home. Orders extensions. How do you manage all that stuff? Keep everybody safe. Get the mission done. There's a lot going on with a lot of our folks, and it's certainly a challenging time. At the state level, we have 12 missions. There's like 690 airmen supporting COVID missions. There's 3 testing centers, 3 med stations. We're supporting 2 veterans homes and 1 of the havens, 2 mortuary affairs missions, and a medical transport mission. So just be aware that there's a lot of our fellow airmen out there doing some hard work in direct support of the state and the community as well. 2 more quick things. Wellness calls. Some of you have received a call from me or Chief, or I'm sure from your friends and your chain of command. And I'd encourage you to do that yourself. Call your friends, see how they're doing. That's from the tag down. The tag, had somebody call Walt out of the blue the other day just to check up on Walt. So it's a good thing. People are undergoing a lot of stresses at home. DSGs, you don't know what's going on with their careers. Family members have stresses. Kids being home from school right now, it's a whole level of stress. So check up on each other, take care of each other, and make sure we're taking care of our own folks. The last thing, and this came from General Kennedy, his emphasis to us was make sure we're being good leaders, make sure we're being calm, we're providing some direction, we're doing what we can to manage our mission and our people through this crisis. But I also encourage you to be a leader in your community. I'm not asking you to go outside and do crazy stuff, but just simply when you do need to go out and get groceries or whatever it is, do things the right way, and just be a good representative of the Guard, and kind of carry the flag for us and for everybody as we get through this crisis, so we can get through it quicker. So stay connected with each other, continue to solve problems, keep bringing a can-do approach. We're all limited when we can do work, how we can do work, but there's ways to get through problems, and you guys are definitely in the pack on being innovative in that manner. So figure out how we can get after problems and don't get bogged down well, we just can't do that. So thanks again to Chief Center, to Lieutenant Colonel Drag, and the rest of the staff at Cyber, and all you guys. Keep it up. But that's really all I had to say. Have a great 3-day drill, and I'm pretty excited to see how it turns out. Turn it back to you, Walt.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, guys. See ya.
All right. So, Chief, looks like Colonel Guttormson stole a little bit of your thunder, but I think you have a couple more details about the state's effort towards the COVID response. So I'll turn it over to you.
Yes, sir, I do. Although he did steal a bunch of it. First and foremost, these are unique times that we're living in right now. When I think of pandemic, I think of history class that I slept through in 1800s, 1900s, 1400s. Well, we have a pandemic right now. And the good news is, unlike the hundreds of zombie and apocalypse movies I've watched, this one doesn't turn us into flesh-eating zombies. But what it has done is put us in a social isolation. So most important, social distancing is not social isolation. I have a cell phone with my dog on there. I text a lot. We send jokes. Our friends I haven't seen them. I haven't shaken hands or hugged them in weeks, but we stay in touch. So stay in touch with each other. Uh-oh. Shut up, Google. Stay in touch with each other. And remember, it's more important now than ever to feel a sense of community and contact. So a couple things. There's also 120 active duty folks helping us. And Brigadier General McKay, New Jersey Air National Guard, is the dual status commander of that whole task force New York, New Jersey. They've also, in the past, I've been activated Superstorm Sandy, and then when it's all over and we all forgot everything we did, they asked for lessons learned. They have a 3-person team. One member, the air member, is our former command chief, Vince Morton. They're collecting data now so that we can learn lessons real time and not wait till it's over and we forget. Let's face it, cyber is uniquely positioned to handle a virtual environment. Many of us live in it. I go out to restaurants and watch tables of people on their cell phones. So if anyone has ever been created to pull off a virtual UTA, it's us. But please provide feedback and expect next month to be virtual as well. If you have any questions, to be honest, I feel more connected to what's going on in the state and the Air National Guard more now than ever. I attend about 17 virtual meetings a week, from the unit all the way up through Joint Force Headquarters. So don't wonder, ask. Please just reach out to me. szinner@yahoo.com is my email for personal. And also, I've given it out before. I'll do it again. I'll speak slow and repeat it twice as you're supposed to. My cell phone is 973-670-9164. Again, that's 973-670-9164. Keep in touch, keep connected, and we'll get through this. Peace out.
All right. Thank you, Chief. All right. I think we're going to turn it over to the shirt now. Good morning.
Oh, yes. Good morning. Good morning. First, I just want to say thank you for everyone who put this together. Definitely a lot of chatter about cyber leading the way. So again, I just want to say thank you. I have been updating everyone through GroupMe throughout the process with different, things that are available to you and your families, some things that are happening on the base. But again, I understand that GroupMe is not everyone's favorites, and we are kind of transitioning over to Slack. So I am super excited to have my own little shirt section. So I'm actually going to transition some of the stuff that I posted earlier this past month over there, just so it's a nice one-stop shop if you're trying to refer back to anything. So again, as the weekend moves forward, I'll definitely get some more updates about what's going on right now. But again, just to kind of footstop, Colonel G, please, if you need anything, reach out. If your family needs anything, your kids, grandma, aunt, if you know of someone who's deployed and they need some assistance, please reach out, so I can work with another shirt and we can make some things happen. I sent out an email about daycare for essential personnel. If you need it, let me know. This listing is strictly for New Jersey. So if you're, in Texas and you need it, let me know and I can find out the information for you as well. There's a lot of great information. I don't know if you guys have been out there, but that 108 homepage is doing amazing things. I really encourage everyone to go out there and look at it. They talk about just it's up to date, real time. And I think Colonel Dragon's going to speak a little bit about some of the hair and grooming things coming up. So let's see. There's also a lunch and learn with Jill Barrett tomorrow and Sunday at 12 o'clock. You can either do a virtual setting like this, or you can call in over your phone. Also, this month is Sexual Assault Prevention Awareness Month. So there's a lot of different things going around on base, a lot of virtual things. So that's information's on the homepage. So if you're interested in participating, please do. One other thing that's coming out is PME. So if you are in that time frame to do some PME, please reach out. Call FSS if distance learning is available. So please, this is a good time to jump on that. What else is going on? First sergeant packages. If you know anyone who is interested in being a first sergeant, they are due this Sunday. And that's all I got, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right. Thank you, Shirt. I guess I'll turn it over to Colonel Long now.
Thanks. Good morning, everybody. Just want a quick update on the mobilization. First thing I want to talk about is the mobilization orders. Some orders have been processed, but not everyone's orders has. There's still some that are still pending. So the ones that are pending are AGRs, our non-commuters who live outside the commuting area, as well as our volunteer folks. So we're still working hard with NGB and ACC to try to resolve all the issues. Just know that that is our priority right now. Sergeant Cross and Airman Hall are working very hard to try to resolve all those issues to get the orders processed in time. So more to follow on that. Also with Green Dragon, we are still scheduled for our first go of Green Dragon in June for now. Until we hear more, we're still going to shoot for Green Dragon in June, and then as well as our second go around in August. If things change, we'll definitely let everybody know so that we can coordinate that and then get all 336s for that. For FMAC, functional mission analysis, that's right now still the first week of June, 1 to 5 June. We did reach out to the POCs, the registrar's office down in Maxwell, and right now we haven't heard back from them yet. We did ask for alternate dates just in case if this pandemic goes a little bit further. We may have to push it a little to the right, and maybe possibly during our mobilization. Got some questions about folks who are asking about the mobilization. How is this going to impact our MOB? Our mobilization is still a go. It's not going to stop us from mobilizing. Right now, Kansas, which is currently the A56 CPT, I've been communicating with them a lot recently. They're on the MOB, but unfortunately, they're not tasked to go out on any missions right now, obviously with the stop movement. So they were assigned a mission that was kind of from Maryland. They were kind of coordinated with Maryland, and they were going to take over after Maryland came off. So they were assigned that mission, but unfortunately, mission partner. There's no one available on their end to kind of connect equipment and kind of work with them. So right now, they're just kind of standing by. They're working remotely. They're just trying to stay current by doing training on the side until the stop movement gets lifted, so that way they can go ahead and start their mission. So more to follow on them, depending how long this impact may last. It may bleed over into our mobilization, but we'll continue to communicate with them and see how much of an impact it will be for us when we go on mode. All right. That's all I had.
Hey, Lou, one question. The current 856, they're working from home, correct?
That is correct. Yes, they're all working remotely from home. Obviously, with 39 packs mobilization, not everyone can be all on the ops floor at once. So they're all working from home.
And Colonel Wong, real quick, we have a question from Satal. He wants to know about the TRICARE for mobilizers. Is there anything about that you can speak to?
The question is, has the TRICARE for mobilizers kicked in, or do we have to still wait? Do we still have to wait on orders? So the answer to that question is it won't kick in until your orders are created. I believe somebody had that question and asked about that. Would it be retroactive? And the answer is that no, you have to actually wait till your orders are processed in order for TRICARE to kick in.
All right. Okay, thank you. All right, so quickly, I'd like to just review General Kennedy's 3 priorities. One is take care of our people. Number 2 is take care of the mission, and number 3 is take care of the community. Everything we do in the next coming weeks, possibly months, will revolve around that. And that's number 1. That's the reason why we're teledrilling right now, and most likely going to be teleworking in teledrilling, I guess, in May as well. And this morning from Colonel Guttormson, that was the first time I heard of possibly even June. So so more to follow on that. And as quickly as we get that information, we'll get that out to you as well. Protecting our mission, we're still preparing for our mobilization. That is a go, regardless of whatever it looks like. We still have to prepare for that. And as Colonel Guttormson and Chief Zinner said, we have a lot of folks within the Guard supporting the state in its COVID response. And we also have a lot of 140th folks that have volunteered. They're on a list waiting to get called up. But at this point in time, they're actually looking for some really specialized skill sets, AFSCs, the medical. They're looking for engineering and security forces. So I suspect at some point in time, they'll probably need additional. So just keep on volunteering. All right, so we talked about grooming standards a little bit. So it is lax. It means that, there's no barbers or beauty salons open. So all I can say is just try to do your best to try to look within standards when you're in uniform. It's not always easy. I got a trimmer. I've been trimming around my ears, but it seems the more I do that, the more it makes the top of my head look like a really bad toupee. But just try to do your best to keep that up. But it is lax, and we got more important things to do than worry about what our hair looks like. All right, so while this drill isn't business as usual, we are trying to keep it as normal as possible. So, for example, in addition to all the training and all the ancillary stuff and the EPRs, OPRs, all that stuff that we're doing, we're still moving forward. Promotion board, Senior Airman Roman is going to sit on a virtual promotion board this weekend, which is great. We are continuing to process promotion packages as they come up for deserving airmen. And we are keeping up with our re-enlistments and extensions and everything. So I think tomorrow we're going to be doing 5 virtual re-enlistments, which is going to be really cool. And again, as I said before, we are keeping up with our OPRs, EPRs. So how long is this going to last? I don't know. But the base did announce yesterday that they are extending the essential only personnel available to go on base to May 16th. So if you're not essential, they're not going to let you on base. And if you do go on base, you need to follow the rules. You got to wear the mask. You got to make sure they're not N95 masks as well. So all right, so I want to announce one thing. We're going to do so we've been doing on a full-time staff during the week. We've been doing a lot of fitness challenges and stuff. So we'll do a week. I think 1 week we did, we were trying to run collectively 140 miles for the entire full-time staff. We fell a little short, but not too short. It was pretty cool. And then this past week we did a calorie burn. Maybe some slight miscalculations on Chief Dinner's part, but we fell woefully short on that one.
There were miscalculations.
Yeah. So anyway, with Tech Sergeant Shea and his folks came up with a really cool challenge for this 3-day drill. What we're going to try to do collectively as a squadron, we're going to do 1,400 push-ups, 1,400 sit-ups, and I was hoping to do 140 miles, but they changed it to 140K. So that could be walking, running, jogging, on the treadmill, whatever it is. So collectively, we're trying to do this. So please log your miles, log your push-ups, log your sit-ups, and get them up to your flight commanders. And then Colonel Long, you'll take care of the 3 flights. And then all the command support staff, nice. We'll send it up to Chief Zinner. Anybody who works for the CSS. All right, and then Sunday, as we do our stand down, we'll make some announcements, see how we did. All right. Any questions on that? Just put them in the bar over there. We'll get to it at the end. So, lastly, I'm expecting this drill to be a huge success. But with that, I'm asking you for 3 things. One is do your best. Just give it your best effort. You can't say it enough. You're going to get out what you put into it. And number 2, be patient and supportive. I'm not expecting this drill to be perfect. So the stuff that our full-time staff and even some of our DSGs put a lot of work into trying to get a real structured virtual drill that we can do. I'm not expecting it to be perfect. I don't want you to expect it to be perfect either. So just be patient. And so being perfect and being successful, they're not the same thing. So the successful drill to me is everybody giving it their best effort, coming out with some belt lessons learned and making the next one even better. And 3, finally, as we go through the weekend, collect your ideas, let us know, let your chain of command know of ways that we might be able to even make next drill even better. So that's all I had. I don't know if there's any questions in the queue.
So we had one, Sergeant Pilkey, he wanted to know about CDC testing. Mr. Van Duzer answered him saying he'd email him the latest. So if anybody else has any questions about CDC testing during all of this, just get with Mr. Van Duzer. He's not here on the live stream with us, so he can't address that.
Okay. All right.
Other than that, yeah, I didn't see any other questions from anybody.
Okay. And then even for keep your questions coming throughout the weekend. So we may change up who's on this broadcast Sunday. So if we've got a lot of questions that pertain to the unit training, then we'll get Jeff in on the call. If we have it with a shirt, whatever it is. So we'll adjust as we go on the weekend. So.
And the plan is to still have one Sunday afternoon as well, right? A stand down, basically?
Yes. Yes. Lou, I believe that's going to be 1600?
Yes, correct. Sunday at 1600.
All right. All right. And as well, everybody, so I was fortunate enough to reach out to most of the squadron on the wellness calls, even though I really didn't call them wellness calls. I did enjoy speaking to most of you. I think I have maybe 6 or so left to call. I enjoyed every one of them. Everybody seems very strong, supportive for their families. Again, please make sure you have my phone number if you need to reach out to me. All right, if there's no other questions, I think we can get to drill. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jason, for putting this together. And
you're welcome.
yep, everybody have an awesome drill. All right. Peace out.